Hi, my name is Linda Barrett and I head up workshops and demonstrations for PaperSource. Today we're going to be covering the Colorbox pigment ink and clear embossing powder. Things you're going to need are going to be stationery, colored inks, rubber stamps, clear embossing powder, and a heat gun. The project that we're going to be doing is going to be stamping with two color inks with our mum stamp, and then finishing it off with the clear embossing powder to create a thermography raised effect on your card. Great for DIY projects. Let's get started. So I'm going to take my mum stamps with my pink ink pad, and one way when you're stamping, if you're not sure if you're getting it all, is to reverse the pad and the stamp and flip it over so you can see that you've gotten the stamp inked up nice and evenly. You're going to go ahead and you're going to push down on your cardstock, giving yourself a nice clean impression. You're going to want to re-ink after each impression so that you have a nice clean solid color pink. Then you're going to take your other ink pad and your other stamp and you're going to head and add that. You can do both colors at the same time before they get embossed. You don't have to heat emboss them separately. So the great thing about the Colorbox ink pad is that it has glycerin in it, so it's intended to stay wet a really long time. For some people who are in a hurry, you're going to want to heat set it, just if you want it plain with no embossing powder. Otherwise, the next step that we would do is that we would sprinkle this whole surface with the clear embossing powder. I'm pretty liberal with it because we get to recapture it when we're done. You want to sprinkle the whole card surface and then tap off your extra. Give it a little wrap on the back. It gets off any of those extra flakes, and then we're going to heat emboss. So you're going to want to make sure that you keep your finger off to the side. The heat source is really hot. It's not a hair dryer. And you're going to want to start embossing by holding the embossing 1 inch from your surface. Start at one spot. Don't move it around so that way you know you've got everything evenly embossed. If it leaves a little bit of an orange peel effect, it means it's not heated and you can just go back and re-emboss it. When it's done, if you're getting a wrinkle, just hit it from the back. It evens out your swell from the paper. So when you're done, a couple of things that you want to do is you're going to recapture your embossing powder. Go ahead and tip your paper, little funnel, tap it, and you have plenty to save for lots of other projects. For your ink pads, you can use a baby wipe or you can use a spritzer. Give it a little spritz and it gets into all the nooks and crannies in your rubber stamp. Run it along, it's perfectly clean, and you have a nice clean rubber stamp. Thanks for joining us.